I would say that God has primarily molded me through different professors or classes that I've had since I've been here. I started out on the missions program, and my sophomore year I actually changed over to the counseling program, and most of that was a result of relationships with some of the counseling professors, and just the level of passion that they had for counseling. That really showed me in a couple of my missions classes that just was not for me, and so I was kind of in a limbo looking for somewhere to go, and he pulled those people into my life and showed me the counseling was the direction, and so I guess from that standpoint, molding me in kind of a future career, and then additionally just the Bible classes and just kind of the accountability that is here has really deepened not only my understanding of my personal faith, but also just the importance of corporate faith as well. And so I guess I had a really basic kind of understanding of Christianity before I came, and understanding different things and getting into more Bible study and depth kind of stuff has definitely deepened that relationship. So I guess from that standpoint.
Well, I think God's hand has molded me both just in the ways that I live my life, like how I specifically read the Bible, or how maybe I even how even I worship sometimes. It's given me a lot more passion just for the things that I do, the things that I say, to really think before I actually speak, and to completely just surrender myself over to God. So that's just basically it.
I think that God's hand has molded me so far at Johnson, mostly through my friends. I've learned a lot from classes and just everything that you can learn from books, but life experience has taught me more. And I have several friends that have just been really passionate about justice issues, and that's why they pursue this intercultural studies program and urban studies, and just seeing their passion for just righting the wrongs and just injustice has really put a fire in my heart, and just made me want to seek the peace that God called us to strive for.
I feel that God has been molding me in my current field because the reason I came to Johnson was because of history. Like, I wanted to teach history. That's what it was all about, like history, learning dates, this really weird, nerdy stuff like that. But since I've been here and taken a few teacher ed courses, I've had a growing love for children because I want to see them grow, I want to see them succeed. It's not really more about history anymore, it's about children and seeing them grow and learn more and really be successful in life. Not speaking just like with money terms, but being successful. And that's what I feel like God has revealed to me there, is that the true purpose of a teacher is not about like really the subject they teach, but more about the children that they're teaching.
In my current field, I think that I'm mainly being molded by the kids that I work with. I see injustice and pain and just hurt that they see and face on a daily basis. I just feel the Lord speaking to me through those kids and through their situations, that we are called to fight the wrongs that they face and fight for the people that can't fight for themselves, which I feel is homeless, children, and I feel that children are mainly on my heart right now. But the fact that God called us in his inaugural address, just that we have to right injustice, and we have to right poverty, that before we can even spread the word. And I feel that is a fire and a passion in my heart right now, and he's definitely molding me through those children and what I see them facing every day.
I had an awesome experience last year. I took a year off of school to do an internship in Florida with the youth ministry, and it answered so many questions. I went in asking, was I good enough? Did I have the abilities? Did they like me? Just simply, did they even appreciate me? And did I want to do this? And I came out with a resounding yes to all of my questions. If there ever was a no, they just didn't tell me. They didn't tell me that what they didn't like about me, which hopefully you wouldn't either. But it was a very affirming experience, and I think that in preparation for my specific field, or to be prepared in my specific field, I'm not sure if there's anything more practical than to actually get out and do it, to put your hands on the plow, to use a metaphor.
I can see, like, my freshman year of being at Johnson, I definitely tried to take the reins on my own life and not let God lead, because after I got out of high school, I worked full-time and I had all the money to myself anyways, you know, in the world. I did anything that I wanted. I could pick up and go where I wanted, and I was dependent only on myself, basically. And then when I decided to come back to school, I obviously didn't have near amount of money that I had before, because I wasn't working as much. I had a lot lower paying job, and I had a car payment and all that other stuff. And I found myself like getting depressed and thinking like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it, and like just really putting my happiness in money. And like after a while, God taught me the lesson of putting importance in money. It doesn't make you happy, and it's a very cliche thing to say, or, you know, terrible, I guess, but if I would have just let Him lead and put Him in control and not dependent on myself, then I wouldn't have been depressed, and I wouldn't have had to worry about whether or not bills would be paid or whatnot. And I'm finally back to that point where I can rely on God, and if I'm worried about money or anything, it doesn't take away my happiness.
Okay, well, I guess a specific instance where I've actually taken control rather than God, besides, just like making a sandwich. That's kind of basic, but I feel that I worry a lot, honestly. I worry about what other people think of me, and it affects the way that I live my life without giving God control. And it'll honestly just get me into a state where I'm just like quiet and I won't do anything, just a complacency. And that's definitely the biggest thing that I've noticed lately that's really been in the way of me and God.
For me, since I've been at Johnson, I would say right now is probably the most, because I feel that I think I can get through classes by myself. I think I can apply and get accepted to the teacher ed program by myself. I never really include God anymore in my studies, or even in my Acts class. I approach the Bible more as a textbook than actually letting it affect my heart, which is extremely, extremely sad. And I've been working on that, but right now is probably when I'm leading my life instead of God. And I will be humbled by that eventually, one way or another.
And that's a wrap.